Oh, this is the recap show to the Ravens season-ending loss to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Daniel Wilcox, Matt Trigger, We Bleed Purple podcast. Um, I'm sick to my stomach.
Man,
I'm
I'm talking about.
I'm I'm sick.
I don't
This
even
is
drink, but I feel like I could throw up like a whole keg right now. I'm
this
just
this this is that is so bad. This defense is piss poor. Um,
hmm,
I was all over the place this game. Um, I'll say this: Lamar Jackson played his ass off tonight. Zay Flowers played his ass off tonight. The tight ends, Derrick Henry, they all played a fantastic football game. This defense sucks. You can attribute the loss of Kyle Hamilton, but on the one drive where you need them to hold with a minute left, I know
Awuzie slip.
Wuzie slipped. It was a good double move by Calvin Austin, but that is that is reminiscent of 2011 to me. And
Yeah,
it wasn't even for the Super Bowl. That was just for the playoffs. It's over. Um, in a game where if you tell me in a game where Derrick Henry runs for 100 yards before the second quarter is even over, and Lamar Jackson has two beautiful touchdown passes to Zay Flowers and another beautiful touchdown pass to Devontae Walker, and we lose the game, I'd laugh. This team, they piss me off so fucking much. It's unreal. I don't even know what to say right now.
Matt,
I'm stuck.
bro, I'm ready to crash the out, like crash out, like what, like what, like how, like how do you in Pittsburgh, dude? Like I'm talking about over and over and over and over again, like just run your head full speed into the damn wall. Watching this team play the fucking Pittsburgh Steelers, man. It's always some fluky, weird ass, dumb ass shit happens. Coaching, I mean, hell, we had 14 seconds on the clock. We take a knee and move the ball over instead of trying to run the ball with Derrick Henry one more time. Let you
And
kick from wherever the fuck you got to kick from, bro. Like, damn, if they miss it, they miss it. It is what it is. Like, damn, boy, I don't like.
you give
This
up
is Justin Tucker right now laughing like hell.
you give up you give up the touchdown with a minute to go. You block their extra point. You make a fantastic fourth down throw to Isaiah Likely, who has probably his biggest clutch moment of his career.
I agree,
You missed the fucking kick.
bro.
I gotta laugh so I don't cry, dog. I gotta
Bro,
laugh so I don't.
I'm telling you right now, Matt. This is the most. I mean, this has been the most depressing, heartbreaking season I've ever been a part of. All this fucking talent just pissed down your legs all season long. Pissed down your damn legs. The coaching staff, the players, the offensive guys played a phenomenal job. The defensive guys did not show up to play at all. I really don't know what the hell going on. And I don't know whether to blame it on the defensive players or to blame it on Zach Orr. All I know is that we was in cover 3 with one guy on that side of the field. If he slipped, he didn't have nobody behind him to back him up. And he breaking on the ball like we in cover 2. He tried to jump a slant route.
Don.
Like come on, bro. Like what are we doing, man? Like I don't understand like mentality, like where we are. Aaron Rodgers is out there. He's one of the oldest guys to play this freaking game. He's one of the most clever minds of football in the last 20 years of playing football. And we are trying to jump a slant route with the lead. With the lead, dude. Like, they ain't got no timeouts. Like, you do the last thing you could do in that situation, Matt, is slip, fall the fuck down, and give up a damn touchdown. Then we have 58 seconds left, And then we get on offense and act like we ain't never called a play in our life. Like we should have been in 2-minute offense, spread, Derrick Henry in the backfield, 4 wides. All right, let's go. Or 2 wides and 2 tight ends, because our tight ends are dynamic as hell too. But I just don't understand. Like, I don't know what we were doing, bro. I don't really get it. I'm super frustrated. My stomach hurt. I'm sick. I'm pissed off right now that we're even doing this damn show. And I don't understand like how you allow yourself to be put in this situation. I don't know what's going to happen. I saw they fired Raheem Morris already from the Falcons and Terry Fontenot from the Falcons, the GM and the head coach. How gutsy are we going to be tomorrow morning? It's going to be interesting to see that shit, Matt. I'm sorry.
No. This is what it's for. This is what
I'm ranting.
It's raw. It's fresh. The last thing I saw on the television before I walked downstairs in my basement was Mike Tomlin blowing a kiss to the camera. And I know you played for that man, but I have no love for that motherfucker at all.
Bro, I told you before the game. I said he has been John Harbaugh's kryptonite. His Achilles heel. He's always gotten the best of John Harbaugh and this coaching staff. And I just don't they beat us twice this year. Twice. That team that just beat us should not have beat us once. They beat us twice this year. Come on, dude. Come on, man. You think Patrick Queen ain't happy that he made the decision to go to Pittsburgh right now?
Oh, he's ecstatic, and so is Malik Harrison, so is Chuck Clark, so is Deshaun Elliott, all them dudes that are on that Pittsburgh defense. I don't know what more the offense could have done. I'm sitting here racking my brain. I don't know what more
better plays.
I don't know
what they could have done. Shit.
I don't know what more they could. Lamar Jackson stepped up, and the thing is, everybody's like, oh, he doesn't play well against Pittsburgh, or he's gonna choke, or he doesn't show up in big games. This right here, you don't put this on Lamar Jackson. I know he had the interception off of the deflected pass. Anytime a ball is tipped, it's up for grabs. TJ Watt just made a hell of a play.
Bro, the interception.
Yeah, I mean, but the thing is, they only got 3 points off of it, and we talked about this morning. This game was going to go down to the absolute wire.
I told you it was going to be decided. It was going to be a close game, bro. I knew it was. I said 24-21. What was the final score? 26-24?
26-24.
It's crazy.
You
said 27-17.
Yes. When I sat there and watched Loop kick that ball and I saw it go to the right, I had the same feeling in the pit of my stomach that I had when I saw Billy Cundiff miss that kick. I'm heartbroken, but it's like I should have fucking knew this was coming. I should have fucking knew this was coming. Like, bro. I'm so mad. I'm so mad that I'm mad at myself for being upset right now, because deep down I wanted to go on a run.
This is unbelievable, bro. You can't make this shit up.
You can't,
you cannot make this shit up.
The writers to this season suck. This is bad. I don't like this shit.
Man, the Ravens have done every single thing this year to possibly be in the situation that they're in. And I mean, we've had everything from injuries, from bad coaching, from bad playing, from bad offense to bad defense to bad special teams, the ball not bounce your way. This is one of those off years where you have to try to figure out a way to win games that you're not supposed to be able to win. And we have lost every game we were supposed to win. It wasn't one of these games that we lost that people thought we was going to lose, and we lost every last one of them, bro. We lost 9 games this year, bro.
Every single one of them.
9 games.
I'm not used to seeing the Ravens with a losing record. And Brandon said it best just there. Lamar Jackson kept us in this game. Three touchdown passes. Other than the 100 rushing yards, Zach Moore called it on our pre-show that he was going to have 3 touchdown passes and he was going to have a big night. Lamar Jackson played his ass off. I don't want to hear anything about Lamar Jackson in the offseason. The dude's a baller. He balled his ass off tonight. When the
Man
offensive
played
line
hurt all year. He played hurt all year.
all year, and he had his best game of the year tonight. Stover would have made that at 70 years old.
You damn right.
Yeah, Stover was clutch.
I tell you what, man, I'm gonna still take my hats off to the Ravens. You know, it was a heck of a season this year. We had some great moments throughout the season, some great memories that we'll never forget. Still pissed the fuck off that we lost the way we did. Still upset that we are in the position that we're not going into the playoffs. And that's a part of me just being spoiled that this team has given us so much. I mean, literally going into that fourth quarter, I'm already making plans. Like if they win this first round against Houston, I'm going to make the trip. I'm thinking about booking my ticket and shit already, you know? So, I mean, this is fucking horse shit. That's what it is. It's horse shit. We should have played better. You know, this is the game that you had to go out and prove to the world that you are who we think you are. And it's a frustrating feeling, man. I told you early in the year, Matt, like I now understand how Dallas Cowboy fans feel. Like every year, this is our year. Like the last 3 years in a row, we all thought we was winning Super Bowls. And here we are. We feeling like Dallas Cowboys fans because every year, this is our year. We're gonna win it this year. We're gonna win it this year for the last 3-4 years, 5 years in a row. And it has been one letdown after another letdown after another letdown. And I still had hope going into this game that the Ravens could make history, you know, pull this shit off and then just erase all the history that's in the past and be the first team in the history of the NFL to have 8 losses and go win a fucking Super Bowl. Because that's how good and how talented I really think this team is. The coaching staff has been a consistent letdown. And Harbaugh, I hate to say this shit as much as I hate to say this because he was my coach as well. But if you do not hold your fucking coaches accountable, then this is the type of shit that happens. As much as you get on players and as much as you be on players' ass and talk shit to players, if you can't hold your fucking coaches to that same standard, then this is the type of shit that happens, man. This is the type of shit that happens. I don't care. This is the type of shit that happens, man. Harbaugh needs to. I'm telling you right now, I clean house. If I'm GM, I'm cleaning the house right now. If Eric DeCosta, if you don't do it, I know he's your boy. ED, if you don't do it, you're going to be on the hot seat next, my boy. You just saw what happened to Terry Fontenot. You just saw what happened to Raheem Morris. I know Raheem personally. He's been with me since I was with New York with the Jets and Tampa with the Bucks. So to see Raheem get fired after 2 seasons is crazy to me. And yeah, they lost some games just like we lost this year. Games they should have won, games they had to lead in the fourth quarter, and they still lost games. If you don't do some shit quick, it's going to be a lot more heads rolling. So that's all I'm saying.
I'm not even talking about DeCosta at this point. I'm talking about Steve Bisciotti. If you are Steve Bisciotti and you watched that game tonight and you saw the lack of adjustments the team made, how do you not say it's time to clean house?
Bruh, you have to, Matt. Like, this shit is ridiculous, bro. Like, there's no reason why the Ravens should be, what were we, 8-9?
Yeah.
8-9, bro? Like, there's no reason this team this year in 2025, 2026 should be 8-9. And to
Derrick
even
Henry.
think for a second that this team is 8-9 is an extreme disappointment, letdown, and some furniture need to be moving around that bitch. That's all I'm saying.
Derrick Henry is either first or second in the entire NFL in rushing after tonight. Your quarterback plays a near flawless football game. One mistake. Maybe one bad overthrow to Hopkins on that last drive, if you want to call it that. He made a couple dangerous throws and he made a couple fantastic throws. The guy that's, came to fumbling in big opportunities, Zay Flowers, went for $140 and 2 touchdowns tonight. You wasted an all-time performance for the entire season for the offense in Pittsburgh. And the defense fucks it up. Royally fucks it up. I'm not even going to mince words, man. This
Right.
defense is horrible.
Yeah, man.
You need to reconsider whether or not you're bringing Marlon Humphrey back. You need to consider whether or not you're going to let Roquan Smith be here at $20 million a year for the next couple of years.
Yeah.
Then you got to figure out, are you going to, you got to get a pass rusher. If you couldn't pass rush Aaron Rodgers, he's 47 years old. The man should be eating silver dollar pancakes at IHOP on Sundays for 75 cents, and he's picking you apart. It's
man. A high school quarterback could pick you apart if he can get no pressure.
I know,
bro.
and it's like you.
Right. Did you not see the lack of pressure this man had all night long?
And what is okay? This is where I put it on Orr. You gotta die by the sword one way or the other. If you're gonna get beat, if you're gonna get beat on sending 6 or 7 and leaving somebody open. But if you're gonna rush 4 and you have 7 in coverage and you're still getting beat, what does that say about you as a coach? How are you not? If you got 3 deep and you got 4 playing across the middle in zone for most of the second half, like Mitchell was saying, they were running 3 high safeties this whole second half.
Yeah, I mean, they was in cover 3 when we got beat. That's exactly what I was telling you. They was in cover 3.
Second half, they're running 3 high, and then it's like Hamilton gets hurt by Alohi by accident, and then it's like
shit down our pants.
Like you can't operate without Hamilton on the field. The linebackers did nothing tonight. Roquan Smith made one good play tonight, and that was when he stopped the tush push on 4th down, and he met Cameron Hayward in the A gap. That's the only play he made tonight. He was silent. Marlon Humphrey in the open field trying to tackle somebody. I am 200 pounds heavier than him, and I could do a better job. This team. I said this before the game. I said it today during the pre-show. When we need somebody with the mental fortitude to step up and make plays, step up and be a leader. And you know who that was tonight? Lamar Jackson. It wasn't anybody on defense. Lamar Jackson, they panned to him on the sideline after every Pittsburgh score. He's clapping and rallying his guys. He's out there making plays with these guys. He led this team down the field. If you want to be technical, Lamar had 2 game-winning drives in the last 4 minutes of this football game. And then you put it on the back of a rookie kicker. If the defense holds them, we take a couple of knees and this game is over. And we're talking about being at the bank for the opening week of the postseason next week. This is absurd. I feel so sorry for Luke because the defense put him in this position. The offense went out there and scored almost 30 points. I can't get mad at the offense for anything tonight, even though the offensive line did a pretty bad job of protecting him at some points.
I want to say something about Brandon's comment right here. Linebackers were shit. Don't even know how they were out there. Martin looked like a lost puppy out there. You see his eyes when they zoomed in on him. He looked soft and scared. With that being said, I thought Gilman played decent. I actually like that quote. I actually like that statement by Brandon. I felt the exact same way. I felt like Simpson had a better game than Roquan did. You know, Roquan he wasn't the superstar linebacker that we wanted him to be or we needed him to be in a game like this. Our linebackers was non-existent pretty much most of the game. I feel like we was out of position, you know, whether the secondary or linebackers the entire game. We didn't get no pressure at all on the quarterback the entire game. You let Aaron Rodgers sit back and just, you know, pick you apart and throw anything he wanted to throw. I think we might have got pressure on him twice the entire game, which is crazy in a situation like this with this type of magnitude. And you don't have to rush 5, 6, 7 guys to get pressure on somebody. You just got to come up with creative ways to make them miscount, you know, and let guys come scot-free. You just want to have one guy come free almost every time. Rex Ryan was a mastermind at doing something like that, where you didn't have to rush 3 or 4, only had to rush 3 or 4 guys, and one guy would come free because he would load the box up and put everybody up on the line of scrimmage, and you didn't know who was wet. Guys would miscount and then block the wrong guy. So seeing us play defense tonight was sickening. That was the sickest part of this entire thing. I'm still second guessing and questioning the coaching staff and the ability of what we did, and us still not going above and beyond to protect Lamar, back there in the backfield at the quarterback spot. I still felt like Lamar was running for his life every time he got in. He had a bunch of 3 and outs. Didn't get a chance to extend some drives as much as we should have. Still questioning the play call. You come back out as soon as we get the ball back at the end of the damn game, and you try to run Derrick Henry the first snap. It should have been a play action pass because everybody knew you was gonna fucking run Derrick Henry. Like, it didn't take a rocket science to figure that out, So it just to see that last drive when we went down and scored, we got lucky with Zay coming wide open like that, and we was able to dump it off over the middle to him. He goes down, score, put us back up, and then you get Aaron Rodgers a chance to come back down, and he comes back down, and then you slip, fall, and then they go up. I'm questioning everything, bro. Like, I really am. We had some bad calls early in the game. The crack black blocks on Zay Flower, that shit was some bullshit. I really hated that call. I've never seen a call. I mean, he barely touched the guy. He really got in front of him and bumped him, and he bumped him in the right spot. We really allowed ourselves to let this game just kind of string out all game long and not really ever try to put them away. And as soon as we got up on them, it's like we backed off, and then they got a little bit of momentum, and their momentum kept building. Then we was able to get it back by Lamar stepping up and being the Lamar Jackson that we all know. I'm sick to my stomach that this team is going home early and they're not getting a chance to at least fight with Houston next week. This is bullshit. It is.
I'm just thinking to myself, like, I would kill to be a fly on the wall in that bus home. Be quiet as hell, sure. Man. I mean, how do you be quiet as hell? How do you lose this football game?
Bro, did you see the missed tackles?
You counted 6 on that last Jaylen Warren run.
Bro, I'm telling you right now, I told you Jaylen Warren was going to be a problem. Him and Gainwell was the only problems we had all night long, and we just could not tackle all night long. The tackling was horrendous tonight, absolutely horrendous.
Yeah. Is Harbaugh's job at risk? Yeah, it needs to be. I don't know. I don't know how.
I don't think it is. I won't believe it. I see.
Yeah, we're gonna be talking at length about the all season a lot coming up. I don't know how you keep Harbaugh. I don't know how you keep him. I don't know how you keep anybody on this defensive staff. What are we talking about here? Look, this is absurd that you had multiple opportunities to win the game, and it's so infuriating to lose like that. I would have rather us gotten our asses whooped. You know what I'm saying?
The way you lose is so important, right? And I think you would have wanted to see your team fight. Our team fought tonight. They went out there, they fought. Our offense fought their ass off to keep us in this game. It makes me sick to my stomach to think that we can score like on 2 plays and 2 drives back to back like that so easily, and we weren't able to figure that out all game long. So I don't know where the mental breakdown was, or what was the confusion or the mass confusion for Pittsburgh that allowed our guys to be running scot-free like that. Even the Isaiah Likely catch, heck of a fucking catch, Isaiah Likely. Heck of a catch to put us in field goal range. But just to allow these guys to be able to run free like that is crazy to me. And, even when we went with the heavy package, sometimes we put the big guys in, like I've been saying, we should have been doing all year. And then we get in and we try to run the ball. I don't understand why we didn't throw a pass off of that look. They was we've sold the last 2 weeks in a row. Yeah, we showed last 2 weeks in a row. We put the heavy package in and we ran the ball. We ran the ball. So they're gonna be expecting you to put them in and run the same plays. And you got in and you ran the same type plays. You know, to me, you should have had a spin off that. Put that heavy package in, and then throw the ball on the first one, and then you come back on the next one, run it. You know, so it was just the mix up and the play calling and the schematics of when you call the plays was the head scratcher for me. And then, you know, Monken did some great things tonight, but he did some fucked up shit all year long. You know, so he did some great things here and there throughout the year, but he been doing some fucked up shit all year long. I'm telling you right now, I would start with my OC and my DC. That's the problem. That's
Monken's called it a immaculate game the last 2 weeks, but it doesn't excuse the previous 15 weeks. And
yeah.
or didn't dial up any type of kitchen sink blitzes. You know, every defensive coordinator we've had before him has been blitz heavy, or at least, you know, willing to blitz. You're not getting any pressure with 4. So why don't you try 5? If you're not getting pressure with 5, why don't you try 6? You're not
The whole thing, Matt, is not to give up the big plays, right? And then like you gave up the big play at the end of the game to Austin, you know, with the sluggo route. You know, and you playing cover 3. You know, we complain about them playing cover 4 all year freaking long and prevent. Then this game they play cover 3 and they give up the damn touchdown too. It's like, bro, what we doing? You know, and it's if this wasn't the NFL and this was high school or college, then nobody would be tripping like, bro, that was a great play by that kid. But in the NFL, he's like, bro, our guys are dope too. Like we expect for them to make some damn plays, and they just haven't made plays. And I just don't understand why we're not making the plays we're supposed to make. And I correlate all that shit, Matt, all of it. You know, catching the ball, having the ball in the wrong arm when you fumble the ball on the sideline, and not having the ball on the outside arm. You know, not stripping the ball early in the year, not going for punching the ball out early in the year on defense, not getting turnovers, not trying to score when you get it. Everybody turning into blockers. Derrick Henry breaking long runs, and he get tackled by the backside safety of the backside corner because the receiver backside took the play off. You know, all these things I contribute to coaching. You know, not going no huddle, you know, in the 2-minute drills, mismanagement of the clock throughout game. All that shit is coaching stuff. All that shit happened this year. All those things, same things, is what got Raheem Morris fired here in Atlanta. So I'm just telling you, bro, like, I know Bisciotti. He's a good, wholesome guy. I know Eric DeCosta. He's a phenomenal guy as well. I know John Harbaugh, you know, and I'm just saying, like, right now, I think it would be really good for Harbaugh to get a fresh start somewhere else and get a chance to reestablish, you know, his mantra and bring in a new system, you know, somewhere else so he can start from scratch and do his thing. I don't know what we need to do or who we need to bring in to make this thing go the way it should. But this team has every single thing in place that it needs, with the exception of, you know, 2 positions on offense, 2 positions on defense, which should be easy fixes in the offseason with free agency and draft, you know, to be able to take off and go be the best team they could possibly be next season, you know. And I know some heads are going to roll. You need to get rid of some guys, you know, like Marlon Humphreys played like shit tonight. I'm just tired of seeing Marlon Humphreys just look like a fish out of water. You know,
I don't know how you justify keeping him at $20 million next year. I
don't know how you justify keeping him either. To me, that's money that can go back into the salary cap, you know. But I would get rid of him. You know, I get rid of a couple other guys we got on defense, and I would get rid of some key spots inside the trenches on both sides of the ball, and I would rebuild from within and go from there.
You got to find somebody to play next to Travis Jones. You've known this for the better part of the last 2 or 3 years. I'm a huge Brent Urban fan, but Urban's not what he used to be. He hasn't. He's getting up there in age. I love Brent, and it's no slight to Brent at all. But you need a dog up there at nose tackle. If Van Noy, it's over. I know he's a Ravens fan. You know, he's a Ravens flock favorite, but he's 34 years old. The wheels fell off this year. He found the fountain of youth for a couple years. Played it. It does,
which happened.
And he was revitalized, but you know, you're not getting any pass rush anymore. Got to find somebody to pair up with Mike Green. Tavius Robinson's going to be a great rotational piece, but he's not your starter. Got to go find another linebacker to put next to Rowe. I'll say this: Trenton Simpson had a good game tonight. He made a couple big plays in the open field. He
looked athletic, which seemed like we're struggling in that department sometimes. I'm like, what the fuck? These guys look stiff as shit.
And he was flying around the ball. It's it's just so much. It's
Marlon, Harbaugh, and Orr got to go.
Yeah,
Monken too.
They all got to go. Every one of them's got to go. I
mean, you got to look at it like this: if you get rid of the head coach, do you get rid of all the coaches on the coaching staff, or do you keep some?
Well, here's I mean, I don't know. If you get rid of everybody. Now, would a lot of guys choose to go with Harbaugh wherever he went? That's the thing. I think, like we talked about him earlier, I think you absolutely 100% do everything you can to keep T. Martin. You laughing at the appointment comment?
Bro, look, man, I can't help but to laugh at that shit right there, bro. Tucker never missed an appointment, so which makes me think he would have never have missed that kick. I appreciate that comment, Zach. We needed a laugh right there, bro, because I'm pissed the hell off right now. So I need something to make me laugh. That was a good
He's been a class clown since we were 14 years old. We went to high school together, dog. You couldn't look at him in any serious situation ever because it would have just been bad.
Yeah, Roquan needs to go. Falele needs to go. I'm looking at the comments right now. They get rid of everybody. They get. You guys want to clean house with all the players too? Dang. I think a lot of the stuff that you're dealing with the players is coaching. Me personally, like even Falele, I just feel like a lot of that shit is coaching. We used to always say either you coaching this shit or you allowing it to happen. That was real simple. That phrase was either you coaching this shit or you allowing it to happen.
People love your glasses, Wilcox.
Thank you, man. They some Carrera glasses. I appreciate you guys. I had to put the hater blockers on tonight, man. My phone has been blowing up nonstop since this game is over. Everybody hit me up. All the freaking Steeler fans, everybody, like all my friends that I've talked shit to all year long, talking about, bro, I'm telling you, we're gonna pull this shit, we're gonna turn this shit up around and we're gonna get back to the playoffs. Now we're not going to the playoffs. Like, bro, I can't even tell you. The people I've been talking shit to for the last 4, 5, 6 years because we've been so good. They all getting me back right now, boy. So I had to put the hater blockers on tonight. It's a tough one. It's a tough one.
It's so crazy that for years we knew the defense would never let us down. And the story of 2025 is the defense continuously letting us down. I can't remember a worst 3-year stretch of disappointment in Ravens football more than the last 3 years. In the 2 of the last 3 years, you have a Hall of Fame running back in the same backfield as a Hall of Fame quarterback. And Derrick Henry finishes in second place in rushing for the second straight year. And you squander what should have been another run deep into the playoffs, if not for a Lombardi. On that premise alone, Harbaugh should not be back. If you want to look at the last 3 years, 23, 4, and 5, you want to look at all 3 of those, Wilcox?
Yeah.
Harbaugh shouldn't be in the building come Tuesday afternoon. You can't justify this type of collapse. I understand injuries happen. I understand the NFL is a very, very, very fickle sport. If the parity runs rampant, it's like you guys have been talking about, for ages, any given Sunday. But we should be playing next week.
We should be.
It's
the better team won tonight, though, Matt. The better
Tyler
team won
Luke should have never been put in that position.
He should not have never been put in that position. That should never came down to that. And I would have, me in my mind, if I'm the OC, I'm trying to score. I would have went straight no huddle. I would have went 2-minute offense right away and then I would have came in there, would have been all screen passes. We had 3 timeouts that last drive. Like, I don't understand, like, what was our thought process. You know, we could have done a lot of different things different on that last drive, man. And we still was able to get into field goal range. You know, Keaton had a big ass return, bro. He had a big ass, put us in perfect position to, all we needed was 2 first downs, really, to kick a field goal. I could have got those 2 first downs so damn quick. I'd have been calling timeout, everything. I'm telling you right now, I'd have been trying to keep as much time on the clock as I can to try to get down there to put myself in a situation to put that shit away. And to be honest with you, if you'd have got 1 first down or 2 first down, or just really just 1 first down, they would have had to go to some form of prevent. Then you could have easily ran Derrick Henry, and it would have been a problem once he got to the secondary. So, it's very disappointing.
Right.
Go ahead, man.
And they sold out in the second half to stop Derrick Henry because they gave up 100 on the ground in the first half. So they focused on that, and that's why Lamar started beating them with his arm. Because everything opened up in the passing lanes because they were putting 8 in the box. And I would feel much more optimistic as a Ravens fan if they made a move to really open this fan base's eyes. You played for Steve Bisciotti and you worked for Steve Bisciotti. Love Steve. But Steve shouldn't accept this.
Steve is so family oriented, though, so that's the thing that kind of bothers me about this decision making. How many head coaches have been the head coach of the Baltimore Ravens? Only 3 coaches. Years. You know, in 30 years. Harbaugh been there for 20.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So Billy was there for 10. You know, so when you start thinking about one of the things I love most about this organization, I've been retired now for 14 years or 15 years, something like that. You know, and every time I go back, I still know so many people. Everybody's got promotions, don't moved up. They've been there forever. I love that about this organization. Like, it's not like that in New York. I go there, I don't know no damn about it. I go to Tampa, I don't know who the hell are all these people. I know one person probably in the whole Tampa Bay organization, Shelton Quarles, my teammate. You know, and it's like, besides him, I don't know anybody else there. Like, even New York right now, Aaron Glenn is the head coach. That's my teammate. You know, I played with Aaron, you know, but he may be the only person in the whole organization that's still there from when I was there, besides the owner, Woody Johnson. You know, Steve has done a phenomenal job, you know, running this organization. I think it's time to make a change, you know, and I hate to say that. I really do, because I don't ever want for anybody to get fired, period. You know, but I think it's time to make a change. I just feel like when you look back at Lamar Jackson's career as a whole, like the Harbaugh has fumbled the bag with the type of talent, the quarterback that he's had. And it's not all on Harbaugh, because you have to put the players around him, right? You have to build a team around the quarterback to allow him to be his best version of himself. And you got to put the right OCs, the right quarterback coaches with him, and all that type of stuff. And I can't say this enough, guys. Like, I played almost 9 years in the league. Every year I had a different OC. I never got a chance to get comfortable in the offense. And Lamar has had the opportunity to get comfortable in 2 offenses. So you don't want to keep switching guys in and out. You want him to get comfortable so he can play his best, so he can have those MVP caliber years. He can continue to surprise people and show people how dope he is. But you also got to play into a guy's strengths and not his weaknesses. And you can't put him in situations to lose. And I really don't know if Lamar has a weakness. When you look at his game, he can go left, he can go right, he can throw left, he can throw right, he can run, he can throw. You know, he can do everything he got to do. He's a smart quarterback. He's a smart guy. He can read defenses. You know, he'll put you in great situations. He has touch. He has a rocket arm. He can throw the long ball. He got nice touch on the deep ball, nice touch on the short routes. He got nice touch on screen passes, and he could create plays. You know, he's a point guard when he needs to be. You know, so he's a phenomenal quarterback, and we just have not capitalized on him. I still think he's the most explosive, dynamic quarterback in the entire NFL, and we have not done what we needed to do in order to get him into the Super Bowl so he could go win one. And right now, he should already have 3. That's how I look at it. This year should have been 4.
Yeah. You can't put this on Lamar. We don't know how much pain he was in after missing the last couple of weeks. You don't know how much pain that man was really in to go out there and play that well.
Right.
Like, they showed in pregame the type of contraption that they had to put on him just so he would be protected from taking hits.
It's just a regular. It's just a regular real pad. It's old school, but it's regular. It's just a regular real pad.
It looked to be
Yeah.
very cumbersome and very thick and protected. And
It was. But he should have had
Yeah.
that shit on anyway, Matt. That's
You're
what he
right.
should have been wearing. You know, you get so comfortable, and we as athletes want to be as light as possible. You know, hell, you look at us, our shoulder pads have gotten smaller, our real protectors have gotten thinner and smaller. Everything's gotten smaller. You know, if he'd had those on, he might have not got hurt in the first place. You know, so he should have had that shit on anyway, as much as he runs. And as many hits as Falele has given him this year, shit. I'd have had the biggest damn. I'd have had real protectors all the way down to the bottom of my nuts. I ain't lying. Protect everything.
Lamar's definitely the engine. Lamar's the engine. He's the transmission. He's the AC. He's everything. Lamar is what makes this team tick. You see the big difference between this team without Lamar and with Lamar. I'm just so I feel so bad for the offense because they went out there and every time their backs were against the wall and we were down, they went out there and put us back up. Those guys went out there and played an excellent game. And to see the defense put a rookie kicker in the, you could hear on the TV how hostile that was. You've been in that. You played 5 games as a Raven in that stadium, maybe more to count the playoffs. You know, I'm just saying, like 5 regular season. I mean that was a playoff game tonight. You know that was that you could barely. I know these guys could barely hear themselves, and they stepped up in the face of the adversity with a very seasoned Pittsburgh Steelers defense that were trying to do everything they can to disrupt number 8. And he went out there and him and Derrick Henry took that game over. And to see the defense not even be able to hold. And then for the missed kick on the touchdown, and I'm playing it over in my head like, what better way to end in Pittsburgh than to kick a game-winning field goal and walk it off in Heinz Field? And I feel bad for the young man. Hopefully he bounces back. This doesn't kill his confidence. But they have a lot of hard decisions to make, Wilcox. It shouldn't have went down like this. It should not have went down like this 100%.
They say God don't make no mistakes though, Matt. So it had to happen. So some shit got to change. You won't get change if they win. When you win masks every fucking thing. Like the last 3-4 years, we won. Nobody was talking about fire Harbaugh. Nobody was talking about fire Orr. Nobody was talking about fire McDonald. Nobody was talking about firing Monken. When you start losing, everybody here got a fucking roll. But when you winning, that shit mask everything, man. It's when you making money hand over fist, you don't want to change nothing. You know, when you start losing money, a lot of money, and the company about to crash and burn, that's when heads start to roll. So if everybody really screaming for change, this shit had to happen. God don't make no mistakes.
Yeah. Not to be, thinking, too crazy. When Ray Lewis and the gang lost in New England back in 2011, he said we're gonna.
Remember how
he said we're gonna be back. I don't know if there's anybody on this team that can tell this group of guys that we're gonna be back and them actually follow through with it.
This team is about to get dismantled.
Yeah, we're gonna have a new. We're gonna have new guards. We're gonna have a couple new defensive linemen. We're gonna have a couple new cornerbacks.
I don't think they're gonna get rid of Falele. They keep him. Voorhees got to go.
Falele's got to go too, even though he showed some toughness because the way he got rolled up on looked real bad. Like nobody. I hated getting rolled up on as an offensive lineman, but when somebody.
Me too.
Yeah, like Watt came from across the formation and rolled all the way up up to his essentially his waist. It you got to wonder what this team is going to do. How are they going to respond to this? Because you've now gone through 3 different phases of heartbreak in the last 3 seasons. That AFC Championship game still stings.
What'd you think about that, Matt?
No. Recency bias aside, no. That experiment failed.
Dude but the crazy thing is, as bad as much shit as we've been talking about Faalele all year, these last 2 games probably been his best 2 games. Not only that, but the dude is a Pro Bowl alternate. How the fuck does that happen? How do you be as bad as he's been all year and be a Pro Bowl alternate? So why would they cut a guy that's a Pro Bowl alternate? In their mind, that solidifies what Harbaugh already thinks about the guy. You know, my thing is, I just said it a little earlier, either you coaching that shit or you're allowing it to happen. So either they coaching Faalele to play the way that he's playing, or they just allowing the shit to happen and not correcting it. So you as a coach, you have to coach your players. So if you sitting there watching film after the game and watching all these badass plays that he's doing, him just sitting here like this right here, like just looking at air and not blocking nobody, and you're not putting the red beam on the damn screen in front of his teammates and saying, Faalele, what the fuck is this shit? I don't teach that shit. I don't coach that shit. Why the fuck are you doing it? You know, if you do that shit again, your ass is gonna be on the first flight back to Hawaii or wherever the hell you're from or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're not on his ass like that as a coach, then you're not holding him accountable. And if Harbaugh ain't on the O-line coach like that, he's not holding the O-line coach accountable. So the O-line coach need to be fired. Fucking Harbaugh this shit's crazy. Like the OC, it should go to the OC. It should be the O-line coach, the OC, then the head coach. If ain't nobody correcting it, you either coaching that shit or you're allowing it to happen.
It's I just don't know how. I just don't know how you allow this to continue. I don't ever want to. I don't ever advocate for anybody losing their job, Wilcox.
Mm-hmm. Me neither.
But you can't proceed. Right now, you've got a heartbroken fan base.
Steve said his uncle is on the Pro Bowl panel. He said his uncle is on the Pro Bowl panel, helping him get in.
I was looking around just now. I don't see that Faalele made the Pro Bowl.
He wasn't an alternate. I heard he was an alternate.
Video from last year that resurfaced.
He was an alternate last year. That's crazy. I don't know how he was an alternate last year the way he played this year. Huh. Who y'all want as a head coach? That's what Rob just said. Who you want as a head coach? You already told me the guy that used to be at Georgia State with me.
Mentor.
Before I got there. Mentor, yeah, Jesse Mentor. And then somebody said Brian Flores, who I was like,
That's an interesting concept. You know, we have all off season to speculate about that.
You need to be a defensive minded guy.
Oh yeah, you got to get somebody that's going to come in here and fix the defense. You know what? Yeah, I don't care what anybody says. If the opportunity presented itself, give me Bill.
Who?
Belichick.
Bill who? What? Hell no. In Baltimore? It's not Boston.
I don't care. You want somebody with a pedigree.
Bill old ass. Man, the only thing I like about Bill Belichick is he got a little young girlfriend. That's it.
I mean, you do get to go on the sidelines. You might run into her.
I don't care about her. I don't like her. I don't think she's hot or anything. I just like the fact that his old ass got a little young girl.
You know, like that. All these names are being thrown around, and it's like
Matt wouldn't even want to play for fucking Belichick. He's just talking shit right now. He think like Belichick gonna come in here and have a fucking Tom Brady or something. It's
Lamar Jackson. Nobody's Tom Brady. Tom Brady is a generational quarterback.
Belichick, he wouldn't know what to do with a guy like Lamar, man. You got to understand, you got to be able to understand the caliber of athlete that this guy is. So you got to bring somebody in that understands the athleticism that he has. The problem with Lamar all this time is everybody has been trying to change who he is. who he is what made him a fucking Hall of Fame. I mean, a freaking, what did he win? A Heisman Trophy winner. You know, like, come on, dude. The dude, he ended up at Louisville because he was that dope in high school. And he ended up in the NFL because he was that dope in college. And then you get to the NFL and you try to change who he is. Let him be who the fuck he is, bro. Everything that everybody's been complaining about Lamar from day one, he runs the ball too much. You praise Josh Allen for the same shit. Come on, man. Like, let's keep it 100. You know, Josh Allen run the ball all the freaking time. Nobody complains. The kid from San Fran, Purdy, same thing. He runs all the freaking time. He's in there Dougie in and shit and everything when he scored. If that was Lamar, they'd be talking so much shit. When Cam Newton was doing the Superman shit, they hated on Cam Newton all that damn time, bro. You got to see the bias in all this shit. Come on, man.
I just want,
like, it's never been nothing wrong with Lamar Jackson throwing the ball. He was throwing the ball all over the field in Louisville. He was throwing the ball all over the field in high school. He got to the NFL, did the same shit. Everybody like he just started throwing the ball all over the field. The guy's been phenomenal forever. Get him a great OC. Get him a great quarterback coach that can help develop him. And then let's go roll over.
Steve Martin's developed him, man. He's playing lights out. He's been playing lights out since he became his quarterback's coach.
Yeah, but I feel like he's always been held back. I felt like he was held back with the first OC. He held back with Monken too, because they're limited in their mind thing and they thinking. And Monken never had a quarterback like Lamar at UGA. The one quarterback he had a chance to coach like that was Justin Fields, and he didn't even give him a chance to start for him. You know, he was out. He was on the first thing smoking to Ohio State. You know, so he never had a quarterback. He never had to coach a quarterback like Lamar. This is the first time, so all this shit is new for him. It's an adjustment for him, and a really good OC will be able to adjust. So it is what it is.
This is a good comment right here. McDaniel.
Let's be real. It wasn't Bill who made Brady. Josh McDaniel is why Brady was so good. Look at what he is doing with Drake. I 100% agree, bro. You know, like I 100% agree. And Lamar could have that. To me, Lamar almost need two coaches. He almost need a quarterback coach that's going to help him develop the passing schemes, because he could throw his ass off any way he needs to. Yeah, I think he has that. I like that too. I like T. Martin as OC. You know, me and Matt talked about on the show before the game. You know, but and he needs a coach that understands, that could keep the passing coach, you know, understand that this motherfucker could run too. And you don't have to put in all these design runs for him, because you really don't want to get hurt. You know, but you just got to encourage him to take the fuck off when he see. Like they encourage Michael Vick. If you see everybody line up man to man, zero coverage, no safety in the middle of the field, most likely when you run this ball, when we call this deep down the field pass play, lanes are gonna be wide open. Take the fuck off.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, most of his runs could come just off taking it off. He still get 100 yards rushing every game. They can't stop him.
I am still. We've been talking for almost an hour, and I still am like, it doesn't feel real. Like the last
shit feels real to me, Matt. I feel like we're gonna be talking about two other teams next week, not the Ravens.
Honestly, honestly, Steve. I'm gonna pull for our boy in Seattle, Mike, to, you know, thank you, Steve.
It's my brother right here, Matt, Steve Morales. Steve, you saying you hope we come back next year, bro? This is our shit.
We're not going nowhere, brother.
This is us from the end of time. Like, hey, we bleed purple, dog. This us. This is Matt. This is a Daniel Wilcox and Matt Trigger show. We're gonna run this shit forever.
Yep.
We ain't going nowhere. So y'all just keep tuning in. You know, next week we're gonna be talking about how fucked up this week was, and then we might start recapping some games from the season, and then we're gonna start talking about off-season moves and all that stuff. Matt does a really phenomenal job of getting all the statistics and understanding, like, the front office and all the numbers and stuff and the money and how all that stuff is broken down. So we'll start talking about that stuff as we start moving forward. But we're gonna keep talking.
This is our channel. We're gonna bring as much content to you guys as we possibly can. You know, it's not gonna be, you know, twice weekly necessarily all year long. You know, I wanted to comment on this. Wilcox, I'm gonna be honest with you, and I know I said it to you earlier in text message. I didn't watch a single game today until the Ravens game. It was just a nervous energy I had. I didn't.
That's so gangster. That's the same exact thing I did, man. I literally was watching Landman on Paramount Pictures. I was watching the whole first season of Landman until the Ravens game came on. I was so intent on not watching anything else, Matt, that I missed the first 20 minutes of the game because Landman was still on. I didn't realize it was 8 o'clock.
Yeah, I turned
Go
on Olympus Has Fallen and London Has Fallen, played back to back on TBS, and I watched that until 8:15, and then I clicked over right when they were about to kick off. I couldn't watch all the pundits. I couldn't watch all the analysis, all the people picking the game. I didn't want to know who on NBC, that hating ass Chris Sims and your old teammate. I hope he gets his dick stuck in his zipper half the time. I couldn't watch Rodney Harrison be a hater. Yeah, and yeah, whatever. It's almost 1 o'clock. This is demon time right here. But
yeah,
you know, I couldn't watch any of it. I had that nervous energy. Like, I went to the grocery store by myself today. I did everything but think about the other games. Because the thing is, none of the other games mattered to us. It was just this game that mattered. I didn't need to see anybody else win for us to get in. We had to take care of business tonight, and we didn't do it. You know, collectively as a team. Yeah, Chris Collinsworth has been that way since I can remember.
Yeah. Can we talk about Chris Collinsworth following whoever?
You know, I man, it sucks, and yeah, it's still F the Steelers forever.
I mean, I'm down with you, Brandon.
You know,
it's always
like you said, there's a lot of Brandons in here today.
Always gonna do that. Well, hey man, I tell you what, bro. Like I'm sick and tired of the terrible towel. I'm sick and tired of the Pittsburgh Steelers beating the Baltimore Ravens in games like this. I'm sick and tired of losing at their home stadium. I'm sick and tired of a lot of the shit that's been going on. I'm sick and tired of seeing Harbaugh versus Tomlin. I'm sick and tired of it. All right, let's move the fuck on.
Yeah,
what does that look like?
Well, if you're sick and tired of seeing Harbaugh versus Tomlin, the first thing you got to do is remove Harbaugh.
Or Tomlin. Somebody got to move.
Tomlin's not going to go.
You know, I say the same thing about Harbaugh. Harbaugh ain't going nowhere either. You know, it does mean something to have friends in this business. It's been a good old boy system for a long ass time, man. You know, it's been a lot of people that's not qualified to get jobs that are in those situations. You know, so let's keep it 100. You know, like you sit here in front of the entire world and the whole world seeing your buddy system. You know, I don't know what's going to happen. All I know is that Raheem Morris got fired. Terry Fontenot got fired today.
Yeah.
You know that. They got fired for a lot of the same reasons that we sit here talking about this.
There's
shit
a good
right
chance
now.
your boy in New York doesn't make it out of his first season. You know, Woody don't seem to give a shit about none of that.
Well, New York is one of those places, bro. It's like a death sentence. You know, you could take the job because it seems like a phenomenal situation to go into and walk into. But when you get there and the fans start booing your ass and they start complaining, like it's the media capital of the world. You're on Front Street for the world to see. Everybody sees what happened in New York before they see what happens anywhere
While
else.
we're on the topic of coaches and potential coaches, when I was coming back from the grocery store, Westwood Radio, which is the CBS affiliate for the United States, Philip Rivers' name is popping up as a potential head coach in the NFL. The man was on the couch a month ago. The Colts called him back. Starting quarterback baby. Off the practice squad. And now he's being talked about as potentially being either an offensive coordinator or a head coaching candidate in the NFL.
Yeah. Well, it is what it is, brother. More power to him. I've seen crazier shit happen. I seen what's his name?
Yeah.
Jeff Saturday get the head job.
And he was on ESPN the week before.
Yeah, he didn't coach shit. He got the head job just like that. So let you know it's all about who you know and not what you know. Yeah. You know, so it is what it is, bro. Like whatever happens. Like it's their own world. The NFL owners in the world, all of their own. Whatever the fuck they want to do, they can do. Nobody else can tell them what to do. Nobody can fake or try to influence their minds. They're going to do what they want to do regardless. That's why Colin Kaepernick is not playing anymore.
Yeah.
All right, man. I think it's time to kind of shut this thing down for the night, Matt. Like we could talk another 20, 30,
Yep.
40 minutes, but all we're going to keep talking about is how fucked up this season was for the Ravens and how pissed off we are that we just lost the game to the shitbird
Yeah.
Steelers. It is what it is.
Disappointing end to an overall disappointing season. Like you said, there was a lot of there was more lows than highs. But I want to thank everybody that's been watching this show for the entirety of the season. We appreciate you guys tuning in to every pregame and postgame, every interview we've had with any special guests we've had over the years time. And we'll be back next week to talk some postseason, talk some Ravens moves. We might be back a little bit sooner if somebody's fired. We can talk about where we go from here.
It's gonna be interesting to see what happens tomorrow, man.
We might be live tomorrow night. If Johnny Boy goes, we might have to hop on here tomorrow night.
Hey, whenever some shit happens, we're gonna jump on.
We're gonna be here for you.
But we're looking forward to seeing you guys. Appreciate you guys tuning in for real.
It's been a great first season covering the team independently. We Believe Purple podcast. Make sure you like, subscribe, turn on your notifications on YouTube. Share it with your friends. Share it in all your Ravens Facebook groups. Share it with your group chats. We will be back for your next set of Ravens breaking news, and that is a wrap.
Man, Ravens pissed down their leg one last time for the year. In the season 8-9. Bird Gang out.